welcome to KRL.
Almost pitched a break there or something, but now Butters. Attack. Albert stays on the inside. Wilco getting very, very interested as well. Did they touch, Bob? There was a bit of a nudge. Was that a bit of argy-bargy there, Bob? But just holding on. Wilco giving it everything. He's giving it everything. Manafort holds the inside line, making that Porsche very wide, but Wilco's going to get it down the inside.
Here we go.
The race is
Vintage, Manafort, Boss and Geordie rounding out your top 8 to start this race. And boy, oh boy, action aplenty. They are very, very close as we welcome back Bob Hoskins.
For 10 minutes at Monza, we've got yellow flags out for something. And is that, I think that might be just voodoo, is it?
Oh!
And
my God, top 3. Close, and Albert is right with him. Look at this. This is going to be tight there. Albert down the inside. They touch. Wolfie and Will goes around.
Not sure who that is. There's a couple of them down there. Hazard. He's a hazard, all right. Down there, he's spun.
That's carnage.
But Kart Dude, I reckon he's going to win this race here. Great race from Kart, says Kohler. And look at this. Kart Dude coming around the final corner. Is he going to get over the line? Kart Dude and Kilroy right behind the McLaren. But Binger now down.
Yeah, they're teammates.
The inside, look at this. And Binger. The old crisscross move, Wilco. Look at this. Static with a nose in front ahead of Binger. Special liveries to promote awareness through Beyond Blue for mental health. Remember, it's okay not to be okay.
It's time to go racing for KRL.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're watching right around the world. Evening, gentlemen, evening, Rain of Fire. Great to have everybody with us for round 3, the final round of the KRL Triple Threat shorter season. And tonight we are here at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium, a track that's hosted has held a Grand Prix here every year, except for 2003 and 2006, as I welcome my co-commentators. They are back for another week. We missed out last week, of course, due to some unforeseen circumstances, but we're back as we are here for qualifying, and we've got a championship battle on our hands, gentlemen, as I welcome the Nigerian Prince alongside him, Jason Wilkinson. And Wilco, I'll start with you. We have a three-way tonight. A three-way battle for the championship. It's going to be fantastic. Our viewers getting their votes in already.
Yes. So it's down. It was technically down to 4. Maxwell Racing's that make it down to 4. But Rex on 17 points can sneak up and get the win. But of course, he's going to need Riggsy, Figo, and Burrow to have an absolute shocker. But yeah, it's definitely between those top 3: Figo, Burrow, and Riggsy. Riggsy again won last race at Nürburgring. So he's gone for 2 in a row. He got taken out at round 1, if you remember. I think he finished P6 or P7. He actually did well to get back through the field. So that could have changed it up a bit if he didn't get taken out. But a lot of what ifs, what would haves, and what could haves. I think that's nowhere near the same, but it sounds good enough to me. Anyway, we've got our good man Voodoo in the chat too. Obviously, a little bit different for him. No PS4, so he's actually streaming off the phone. So if you seem delayed, that's probably why. But I don't know why I just spoiled the behind the scenes party. But anyway, Voodoo, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. My mouth is kind of on fire after those chili cheese fries, but yeah, no, we're here at probably one of the spicier tracks, being Spa. Definitely one of the most exciting circuits, if I'm being honest. You know, the run up Eau Rouge into Radion, and you know, you've got that really tight sector in sector 2 where you've just got to be so pinpoint in where you're going to be. But yeah, I'm sure it's going to be some really good racing. We've got 16 drivers, and we'll see how they go.
Fantastic stuff. No delay at this end. Who do you want to see on the stream? Great question. We're looking still at Sexy Rexy as the track map not quite loading for me here, but anyway, that's to be expected. Here we go. Those famous corners: Kemmel Straight, Blanchimore, Stavalo, and somebody having a moment already. Nigerian Prince. We're still looking at Rex, and it is a long lap
And I
around
was
here.
just saying, Huong.
Puol, Legcom, Kemmel Straight, Eau Rouge, the chicane. Plenty of imagination into that one. Blanchimore, La Source. Great track, changed very little over the years as Diego, the Diego fan club, evening races, commentators, spectators alike. It is great to have your company. And it is a long lap around here as Rex just going off the track. And Nigerian Prince, you really need to make sure you're on. You need to get your timing right around here, don't you? Because what is a lap around here? Is it 2 minutes, over 2 minutes, or
20.
2:20?
Yeah, it's one of those tracks. I've been obviously do a lot of PC, and I'm in the mid 17s, but I think it's very different on PC compared to the console here. So I think we might see some drivers creeping into the 19s if we're lucky. Um, but I don't really know a lot of these guys' pace, and as I say that, a lot of these guys have thoroughly improved over the last few months that I've been watching them race. But yeah, like you were saying, Trev, you've really got to the right timing. Obviously we're watching Madford come towards the third sector, and he's in the McLaren, which is a good choice. He's in the McLaren for our new season on the PC, and oh man, it's a very quick car, but it's very easy to get wrong around here.
So we can see there Matterford. It is a long lap. It doesn't take much to get it wrong. Alan, big hello to you. Go Diego as Aussie Thunder as he comes up. Eau Rouge climbing up the hill down Kemmel Straight. 2 minutes 21.4. Nobby Nuts half a second behind him already. Kilroy a second further back. Vintage Racer Heat. 16 drivers like we said tonight. Sexy Rexy, Rigsy, Matterford, Beaky, Diego. Let's have a quick look. Hey everyone. Hey Dazzler. Great to have you with us. Stick around. There are the championship standings on your screen at the moment. And we'll get back to that in a moment. But yeah, hello everyone. Great to have you with us, Dazzler. Let's go Aussie. Let's go. 2 minutes 21.447. And there is a yellow flag out for somebody there who's come back to the pits. Binger. Looks like he's got into some trouble there. Back to the pits. And then back out again in the 33 Audi. Good vibes also in the field tonight. So let's get your votes in. 7 votes already, Wilco. The question was, who will take the championship title tonight? 43% going for Burra. Interesting, not the current leader of the championship. He's 3 points behind Figo, but the people have spoken so far.
Yeah, well, the Porsche is a bit of a handful around here. It's a bit slower on the straight, so yeah, maybe people aren't putting the money on Figo, but who knows? That he's a very handy driver in the Porsche, so we will see. But just going back to the lap times, we are going to be a couple of seconds off because it's a 6 a.m. session, so hence the nice, beautiful sunrise we've got going on here. And it's only a fast track, so an optimum track compared to fast is about it can anywhere between 7/10 to just over a second in terms of lap time difference. But around here, because it's such a long lap and there's a lot of long corners, it can actually be a bit more, almost a second and a half slower. So we've already seen a 2:19.7 by Rigsy there. But yeah, so expect everyone should get one more lap in. Maybe some will get another 2 laps in. But yeah, expect maybe 19s, maybe low 19 is the pole time. But of course, the more cars on track, the more rubber gets laid down, so the faster they're going to go.
That's right.
Good evening, Albert.
Good evening, lads. Good evening, Albert. Apparently, all Rex. That is not the line to take through that corner, and he gets out of the way, but Rigsy runs a little bit wide. That was a little bit too close for comfort. Evening, Albert. I was just going to say, the new rumours of a new Formula One movie. Not sure whether You've been approached, Wilco, to play George Russell. We know Albert has been approached to play Antonio Giovinazzi at some point, but not sure whether they can afford the great man. But a big buenos noches to you, Albert, as Riggsy goes with a very quick 2:19.734. I was looking at Sexy Rexy there, but Riggsy's just gone and blown this one out of the water. He's only got 29% of the vote, but he's doing everything he can. And guess who else has checked in? G'day, fellas. Just sitting back having a few frothies at the football, talking about multitasking. Well, drinking...
Oh, I'm talking about multis. I forgot to put a multi on for tonight. Anyway.
You got to...
This is why we can't have nice things.
Just to jump in, I'm actually on board with Burrow at the moment because he's on his last lap now because he crossed the line and he's got actually he's going to be very close. I think he's going to just miss out on another lap, but he hasn't got a lap in at the moment, so I'm on board with Burrow. Looking at his time, looking very quick as usual. So can he get up into the top few on the grid?
We'll wait and see. Less than a minute to go now. Big Shep, g'day, fellas. Having a few frothies and the football talk about multitasking. He is multitasking down there in Warrnambool. Big Shep, did you let Nibbles know that Collingwood just snuck over the line, of course, last week against... it was not a bad game of footy, that one. Good finish. And Albert saying, Antonio, the Italian god, currently the Ferrari reserve driver. Yellow flags out around Eau Rouge, but we're going to keep watching Burrow.
That's Figo. So Figo's not going to get a lap in, so he's starting no better than 13.
No better than 13th. That is our championship leader, starting from 13. Speaking of 13, we have 16 viewers on the stream, and here comes Burrow, only good enough for third.
Done.
That is his session done. Who else is out on the track, please?
Good vibes. Next car, good vibes. Going through the last corner now. Onto the front straight. P5. So he jumps up to P5 there.
P5, Kilroy off to the side.
Matterford through the last chicanes. Can he come back from PC land, come on to the PS4, and can he put it on the front row? Or sorry, can he put it in first? No.
Only...
next is Beaky, another fellow Karen Downs, and then by the sounds of it.
Let's have a look.
He can't improve. Binger is the next one who's in dead last. So can Binger knock Figo into the last position? Cross the line, up to P7 for Binger. And who we got now? Number 270. So Burrow, no, that's not Burrow. 279. Oh, Riggsy. So Riggsy's next car across the line. So he's nowhere near. So maybe we'll jump on board with him and have a little look at his last sector here.
Let's have a look. Are we looking at Burrow or are we looking at Riggsy? Which one are we? Riggsy. Yep, there we go. Thank you. So Riggsy currently has pole position, 2:19.734. But what about Figo down there in 15th? Cameron Chuck Norris. That is going to be tough from back there. This it's a long race though. Anything can happen, so it's not over, is it? He's got that 3-point advantage. But given where Burrow is starting on the second row and Riggsy, that's going to be tough for him.
You're going to do a 2:19.6, I reckon, here. No, he can't. He matches the exact same lap time.
Exact.
Before.
All
the
those...
next is Mr. Diego in P9 at the moment.
Let's have a look at Diego coming through the last couple of corners. Figo going for the last to first challenge, that's for sure. J-Mads, hello Matterford. There he is, and Diego only 10th. So we have got an interesting race on our hands as Diego just tries to knock out a few marshals there, and they don't seem too worried. So much so that one of them was waving a green flag. So there we have at the end of qualifying, Riggsy on pole position, a 2:19.734. That is super quick. 4/10 ahead of Matterford. Then it's Burrow starting on the second row. Third position for him, Rain of Fire. Good vibes. It's very... Look
Great
how
lap
tight
by
it is.
Rain of Fire there.
Great stuff. 1.2 off, but it's very tight. Look at that from, what do we got, 4th to about 8th, 9th and 10th. Very close times between Nobby and Diego. Kilroy starting outside the top 10. Vintage Heat Geordie and Beaky, a fellow Carrum Downs resident. Driving that Nissan around Carrum Downs might be a little bit risky there, but Figo starting from the back. Yep.
Trev, just quickly hit return to garage.
We
just
can
make sure.
There we go. Return to garage, and there we have it. So we're going to give it the intro again, Wilco. Why not?
Yeah, let's go.
Leading up to the race, we'll be back right after this with the start of round 3 here at Spa for the KRL Triple Threat. Back in a moment.
Welcome to KRL.
Almost a pitch to break there or something, but now Butters. Attack, attack, attack. Albert stays on the inside. Wilco getting very, very interested as well. Did they touch, Bob? There was a bit of a nudge. Was that a bit of argy-balgy there, Bob? But just holding on. Wilco giving it everything. He's giving it everything. Manafort holds the inside line, making that Porsche very wide, but Wilco's going to get it down the inside.
Here we go.
The race is
Vintage, Manafort, Boss and Geordie rounding out your top 8 to start this race. And boy, oh boy, action aplenty. They are very, very close as we welcome back Bob Hoskins.
For 10 minutes at Monza, we've got yellow flags out for something. And is that, I think that might be just voodoo, is it?
Oh!
And
Oh my God, top 3. St. Albert is right with him. Look at this. This is going to be tight there. Oh, Albert down the inside. They touch. Will be in. Will goes around.
not sure who that is. There's a couple of them down there. Hazard. He's a hazard, all right. Down there, he's spun.
Oh, that's carnage. That's...
Kart dude, I reckon he's going to win this race here. Great race from Kart, says Kohler. And look at this. Kart dude coming around the final corner. Is he going to get over the line? Kart dude and Kilroy right behind the McLaren. But Binger now down.
Yeah, they're teammates.
The inside, look at this, and Binger. The old crisscross move, Wilco. Look at this, static with a nose in front ahead of Binger. Special liveries to promote awareness through Beyond Blue for mental health. Remember, it's okay not to be okay.
It's time to go racing for KRL.
Oh, maybe with the leaders for a start. Hang on.
I'll go midfield, so I'll go like Kilroy or something, and just yeah, so see.
The drive button's flashing. Is that normal?
Yeah, that's fine. That's right. Just don't press it.
Okay. Yep. Loud and clear. Oh, here we go. 3, 2, 1. We are back. Janice, go. Riggsy, go. Alan, major GPS failure across the line for Diego. Nibbles, as Trev says. Collingwood got over the line against Hawthorn. Thank you very much, Trev. No worries as we are away.
Formation lap.
Formation lap. That's right.
Oh,
it's a
formation corner because we get going after this corner.
There we go. Well, you know what I mean. It's a different start-finish line, isn't it? Of course, from the F1. It's the sort of the endurance version, the longer pit lane. You can see Riggsy there. Manafort very eager to get going, isn't he? You can see him there. You've got to stay in your lane, don't you, fellas, and reduce your speed leading up to the start of the race. You can see the pack just bunching up at the moment. They're getting ready to go. It is green. It is go. You know the drill. We are away. Manafort. Is he going to try and put it down the inside, make that the outside, if you don't mind, through turn 1, Eau Rouge. Here we go, up over the hill for the first time. Riggsy slots into second. Manafort takes the lead. And now Burrow. Where is Burrow? He's dropped down, I think, to 4th, maybe even 5th. You can see Rain of Fire. Great start from him. Manafort trying to break the toe down the Kemmel Straight. We go for the first time. Manafort, Riggsy, Rain of Fire, then it's Burrow. So one of our championship contenders dropping to 4th already. Sexy Rexy Thunder. Where is Figo? He's up to 14th.
He's moved up.
He's moved up already, Wilco.
Yeah, he's actually up to, I think, about 12th now. So the timer hasn't clicked over yet. But I'm just watching him. Yeah, it's very clean start by all the boys so far. So don't want to jinx it yet. Get through the first lap. But yeah, looking nice, looking tasty.
There we go, a minute gone already, 16 drivers. Who is going to take out the championship? That's our question tonight in our voting poll. Riggsy, that looked a little bit out of sorts there, but it is Figo on 40 points, of course, Burrow on 37, Riggsy on 34. 14 gorgeous people watching the stream, got as high as 18. That magical Jason Dunstall number down at Waverley back in 92, kicking big bags, didn't they, back in the day? But it's all about this race here tonight. 43 and a bit minutes remaining. It's Manafort leading. Great start from him as we come through to complete lap 1. Riggsy in second, Rain of Fire. We can see that Figo, Nigerian Prince, right in the middle of this pack, up to 11th. Chuck
He's up to
Norris.
10th now.
10th, make that 10th. What is happening here? He is absolutely flying at the moment. We thought he might make a pit stop early, didn't we, Wilco? But a little bit twitchy.
Oh, no.
And Figo has hit the barrier. And his great start. Oh no, says Chuck Norris. What happened there, Chuck?
Oh, that's very sad. I mean, we were talking about it in between our little commercial break about what's Figo gonna do. You know, make up a couple of positions, run the first few laps, or make what he can on lap 1 and then pit early. But
He may as well pit.
that's a lot of damage.
He might as well
It's a
pit
big
now.
tank left of there.
I think he's doing that anyway, isn't he? He's coming into the pits. He may as well. He's got nothing to lose really here. You can see the damage to that Porsche. And Buggerlo
and Matterford side by side.
and Matterford. Let's get back to the front then. Matterford and Rigsy side by side, if you don't mind a replay from the start line. This time it's Rigsy into the lead. And I don't want to go too early with 42 minutes remaining in this race, but we did say a little bit earlier on that if this man gets in front, he could be hard to stop. There is a 6-point gap, though, isn't there, between the two? But when you've got Rigsy in first and Figo in the pits down in dead last, plumb last place, it's going to be hard to see him come back from there. But don't forget about Burra as well in third. But this man looks to be inching away at the moment. And you can see Burra, there he is, along with Sexy Rexy Binger up there in 5th, Aussie Thunder 6th. And boy, oh boy, we're going to see plenty of action through the field. Good Vibes as well. Who's having a go at Good Vibes? Might be Nobby Nuts in there as well. So battles right throughout the field, not just the top 10, but not just at the front, I should say, but the top 10 as well. And look how close they are. And down the inside, Rain of Fire's got some damage. Is that Good Vibes having a go at him? Rain of Fire down in 9th. How did he get down there, Wilco? He was much higher than that at the start of this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll go back on the replay and have a look, but his bonnet on the Lambo's flapping around. So Figo's only just got into the pits now, so he's probably going to go a lap down once he gets his tyre stop done and damage.
Yeah,
I was going to say the damage that Rain of Fire's got, that wasn't the collision with Figo, was it?
There was no contact when Figo spun, but I don't know if he spun back in, because I saw Geordie have the moment and save it by the looks of it. So maybe. Well, the Rain of Fire was up in P4, so I'm not sure. I'll go back on the replay and have a look.
Let's have a look.
I'll get back to you.
And Wilco's going to get back to us. That's right. Not often you get two-time champions alongside you in the commentary box. 4 titles. Is it 4 or 5 now? Isn't it Nigerian?
Yeah, 5. 5 amongst us. Yep.
5 between the 3 of us. That's not bad. I'll take that. As you can see, Martin Collins, Rigsy wants Rigsy to do well. And there's some...
I just saw what happened to Diego. Not Diego. What's his name? Rain of Fire. He went nose first, Hubert style, into the top of Eau Rouge, so his car's going to be toasty.
And yes, full T-bone style Hubert.
Diego's had a massive crash. He's out.
And Diego is out, and that is a lot of damage on... He is out, is he? He's gone off our screen. No, he's back in the pit lane now. I think he's disappeared. Yep.
His front left was looking more crooked than Sergio Perez de Monaco.
Well, hopefully his wife didn't see what else he was getting up to a little bit later on in proceedings, but he certainly enjoyed his win, and why wouldn't you? Only 15 or so points off the championship, and we're coming to a track where he won last year, didn't he? Rigsy then in P1, 1.1 seconds, and I believe, unless my eyes are deceiving me, that Burra is up in second. So 2 championship contenders, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, Chuck Norris, up in the top 3 there. And you can see Matterford in third. Are we going to see a bit of a Matterford train? No, Sexy Rexy's got Binger for company. Still weird not seeing Binger in that big square piece of Nissan. And boy, these drivers very clean. Not quite that clean, I guess, considering we've seen some incidents already in this race. The field's starting to spread out. 38 minutes to go. Is Binger going to have a look here into the bus stop chicane, which is not called the bus stop chicane anymore, but it used to be, and Binger not quite close enough on that occasion. So where are some close battles? Please, Wilco, I think this might be the closest battle. Geordie down there, inching closer towards the top 10 as well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be this battle between Rex and Binger for sure. We'll see the gap as they cross the line at the end of the Camel Straight is if Burroughs closes in. I'm sorry, I've just lost the ability to speak English. If Burroughs closes in on Riggsy, 1.8 seconds now, so they give it 20 seconds time, and we'll see what the gap is. Looks like Riggsy might be extending it a little bit, so yeah, that could be on. Looks like Rex is actually closing in on Matterford too, so it's 1.3. It's now 1.3, so I don't know what I'm talking about, Trev.
No, it's pretty even going at the moment. There is still time to get that multi on. I think, is there any footy on tonight? I'm not too sure.
There is. It's stupid. Thursday night footy's the worst, especially on a bye round when there's only 6 games, but that's a story for another day.
Yep, as you can see, not many people turning up. There might be, maybe we could duck down to see GWS take on North Melbourne down there at Marvel Stadium.
We might promote the KRL stream. I think we might get more viewers on that.
We might go down. They might need somebody to get the ball when it goes over the fence. So we might be able to do that. But anyway, 36 minutes remaining, and it is Riggsy in the lead. Borough in second place. So if they stayed the way they are, I'm not sure who would be world champion. But they would be very close, that's for sure. Matterford, 16 people watching now, Chuck Norris. 16 people. And it's a great time to say, get on Twitch and go V is for Voodoo live and get onto the Nigerian Prince. Not onto him, but onto his Twitch page. All sorts of new emojis there at the moment. And the merch, which I said I'd buy, but I haven't bought yet. I don't think he's too happy about that. But I will get on there and buy some of that. But fantastic.
The gifted subs is the way to Voodoo's heart.
Not sure what you mean about that, but geez, that really gets me every time I jump on to his stream.
29.
Just sneaking up there. We could have, every time I don't want to know how much that is. I think we worked it out the other day, but it really pisses me off when I look at that. But back to this race. Janice, go my son, you've got this. Thank you for that, Janice. Let us know where you're watching this stream from, and we will give you a shout out, which we've done already. But Riggsy, 2 seconds now ahead of Borough. Not quite checking out, but Chuck Norris, he's getting close. Yes, Wilco?
Rex is down in P9. I'm not sure what happened.
Not sure. Let's see if we can see any damage on that car. Yibbida, yibbida. Has he been kissing too many fish there at the moment? What happened with him? He was right up amongst the business end of the action, Wilco, and then something's happened. We'll get Wilco across these replays, of course. That's if he's not busy doing other things like putting a multi on or anything like that. But gamble responsibly. And Geordie getting a little bit out of shape at the top of the hill there. That's going to keep Heat interested in that beautiful looking McLaren shadow livery thing as well. And he's awfully close, isn't he? This is for a point. And woohoo, says Janice. That's an interesting place you're watching from, Janice. But please, it is great to have your company, no doubt about that. Beaky 28 is into the pits and out again. Very tight pit lane here. Of course, it's the longer pit lane, isn't it, Voodoo, Nigerian Prince? It is a long pit lane. You can almost go a lap down here, can't you?
Yeah, it's very easy to go a lap down here. You know, the pit lane uses the older pit lane, I believe it is. I believe they now use the pit lane at the top. Isn't this the endurance pit lane?
Correct.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be bad if maybe one day they decided to move our pit lane a little bit further up, move the exit further up as well, rather than kind of exiting up onto Radion. But yeah, it's a very long pit lane. You know, I think the transit's probably about a minute 20, minute 30 in itself, and then you add on the pit stop on top of that, and you know, before you know it, you're going laps down. But you know, you're 100% committed at Spa, and you know, you get those brief moments around the track where you get to take a bit of a breath. Then the adrenaline just kicks back in again, going, "Am I going to be able to stop for this next corner?" Um, but yeah, like I say, 100% committed, and you know, the best ones manage to walk away without any damage, I think.
That's it. It's not easier said than done. We've got Sexy Rexy right up behind Kilroy, if you don't mind. In Kilroy, the number 23 Nissan in that very nice retro-looking livery there, Gran Turismo livery. I'm pretty sure that's from Gran Turismo 3, but here we go. He's got a good run. Coming onto the Camel straight now. I reckon Sexy Rexy is going to get alongside him here and say yibbida yibbida. And let's have a look. It's, no, not quite on this occasion. Lap 5 of this race now. Burra, that gap is closing. So things are getting interesting here. This is for the championship, mind you, Wilco. So he's got every reason to catch up to Rigsy here and have a bit of a crack.
Yes, exactly. So whoever wins out of these two pretty much is going to be champion. As you can see, the points being 37 to Burra. It's actually 35 to Rigsy because of his pole position tonight. So it's only 2 points separated. So, yeah, whoever wins out of these two is going to be the champion.
So winner takes all. And no chance for any sort of Michael Massey tactics late in this race either, I'm sure.
Yep, car's out on track now. So.
There we go. Rain of Fire saying died twice in 3 laps. That's almost, they're Hubert numbers, aren't they, around here? But how pathetic is that? Rain of Fire is gone. He is gone. He sure did die. It's something about that corner, Jason. Maybe a voodoo curse.
T-bone steak.
T-bone steak style, medium rare, if you don't mind. More of a dry aged at the moment, as we see there. All you need to do is send your bank account details. And we were looking for that soundbite. Sorry for the random, over the mic there. There it is.
I'm clipping it as we speak.
I am. Oh, yes, there we go. A Nigerian prince. And Janice says, I am on the Kidd North Coast. Me near Port Macquarie. That's an interesting part of the world up there. I'm sure it's much warmer than where I am here in Benalla in Victoria. And if you didn't know where I lived before, you certainly do now. And I've got to say, it's probably a little bit cooler than Carrum Downs, but still, things are heating up on the track. Who are we watching now? We're watching Burra, 1.4 seconds. It looks a little bit closer on this this occasion. And guess what, Nigerian Prince? Don't forget about Matterford, because he's in 3rd place and only 1.5 seconds off of Burra. And as soon as I say that, the commentator's curse kicks in with a Nigerian Prince curse as well, because he nearly goes off the track. But Matterford not out of this one by any stretch.
Yeah, Matterford's looking very, very racy in the McLaren. It's kind of getting me a little bit worried knowing how racy he is. How racy he is right now. It's getting me a little bit worried for next week when I've got to probably tick for tack with him in the McLaren. But yeah, that gap is slowly coming down. I feel like the McLaren's a very strong car for around here, especially the smoothness of how it just flows. But you know, you're kind of sacrificing a little bit of top speed, say, compared to the Lexus, the Bentley, and the Nissan. But, you know, in the time you lose there, you're definitely maximizing everywhere else. So definitely keep an eye on him and see how he progresses over, say, the next 5 minutes. I'm sure that gap to Burra is going to come down as the gap from Burra to Rigsy is also under a second.
It's getting tight. God, I could listen to that voice all day. In fact, I listen to that voice about 20 hours a week. Or so, maybe even more. That's right, V is for Voodoo Live. Get on that man's Twitch, because, my goodness me, that gap is very close. Wilco, look how close it is. Is this Rigsy? Is Rigsy come across some sort of trouble? Or what's going on there? Is he just easing off a bit? Lap 7, what's going on there? 0.6 of a second now.
The Bentley on ACC is notorious for being really good on tyres, so I'm having a feeling maybe the Lexus, I don't think Lexus is too bad, but yeah, the Bentley is just just quite a bit better on tyres. So maybe that's what we're starting to see now. So of course, last race at Nürburgring on the PS5. Oh, sorry, PS4. As Geordie's coming out of in traffic here. Yeah, last race was Burrows in the lead, and then Riggsy jumped him in the pit stop phase. So I think Burrows going to be hoping to do that this week, as Geordie's not really getting out the way. I think he's trying to get out the way, but he's not getting out of the way, and it's sort of holding everyone up. So it's going to make it a bit closer. Oh, Geordie, blue flag, blue flag.
Blue flag, blue flag. Honestly, what are we doing? Look at this. Look, this is the championship battle. The winner takes it all. That's all I know. And Burra is quite close with Riggsy. This is spicier than those chili fries that you ordered a little bit earlier in the evening. Spicier, much spicier than the Godfather pizza from Hollywood's here in Benalla, because Riggsy now, where's Geordie? Where's Geordie? Is he still there? No, he's gotten out of the way now. But this has tightened things up, and you can see high good vibes, high GRT. Oi! Oi, GRT. Hi, legends. What times are the boys? Saturdays are for beers with the boys. What times are they doing on the track? Please, Wilco. Sorry, guys. Car was wrecked after someone decided to park it at the top of Radion. A lot of
that was death.
That's a lot of death around that part of the track.
So the best lap for Riggsy was a 1:19.8. His last lap was a 2:19. If they're doing 1:19, GRT is not rocking up next week. The 2:19.8. The last lap for Riggsy was 2:20, and he's about to cross the line now if he doesn't pit, which he doesn't. So I'll tell you the lap time right now. It's looking like it's going to be about the same, mid 2:20, 2:21.4, but that was obviously traffic with Geordie there, where Burra, his fastest lap is a 2:19.7, and the last lap is a 2:21 as well. So Matterford, as well, he was doing the same sort of pace, is 2:19.7 and 2:21.7. So the only other guy I want to check out is Figo. What's he looking like? What are his times? Figo's last time, 2:21.2. So he's maybe he hasn't got all his damage fixed. He's did another 2:21. So yeah, maybe Figo is a cooked goose at the moment.
You can see there, Riggsy. You can see, I think Figo's he's really got his work cut out. It's going to be tough from down there. I was about to say a 1:19. He's finding a shortcut somewhere, just like those Panzers heading through the Ardennes many, many years ago. And my screen's, one of them's gone black, my screen, but it is back again. Janice, oops, Mid-North Coast. I'm from Bathurst, or we do know it as Bathurst here on the KRL stream. Who could forget that? That's a hilarious little bit of a typo there.
You get a Portuguese kid to make the old thumbnails from 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's...
Now we've got the OG, the greatest thumbnail maker in the world, Mr. Voodoo, to do our thumbnails. And there's no spelling distance there.
That's right. Don't forget to give him your expiry and your CCV number. Of course, Martin Collins, Mid-North Coast, Riggsy's second spiritual home after Bathurst. There we have it. That's a joke that is not going to get old anytime soon. 24 minutes to go. Nigerian Prince, 8 laps having gone in this race, and this battle is not showing any signs of slowing up at the moment. You're in...
Where's Manafort gone?
Yeah, I just noticed that too.
Gone? No,
Did he have a McLaren things happen at the top of Radion after?
I don't know. I would like to go and have a look, but I don't know if I'm going to get it. What number was he? Number 8, I think. There you go. So I'm watching him. Okay, yeah, he's gone. Does he crash it over route?
I think he's dropped out.
Yeah, I think he's just dropped out. Oh, there you go. He just said it then.
There we go.
Well, we all know Matterford was in to finish second because he does like finishing second in KRL races. Cough, cough, Imola. But other than that, there's the Imola mention for the night. Tick. Now we go back to the battle at the front. Bing has pitted early and Aussie Thunder have pitted. So, yeah, Riggsy and Burra are still going hammer and tongue.
And we can see it is hammer and tongs. J-Mads, unfortunately, you dropped out, of course. We've had the Imola joke. We just need a few Spud-related jokes there too. This was where Michael Schumacher made his debut many, many years ago. The night is only young. I know Wilco's going to... Tater's going to Tate, that's for sure. But Burra, so close. What is going through Burra Dog's mind at the moment, Cameron Norris? Please let us know what is the approach from Burra here tonight. This is for the championship. It's not just for the race win. It is for the championship.
On board
So-
camera.
Yeah, I was going to say if I'm Burra right now, you know, you take back the last couple of laps, you've crept in, and you've virtually had moments where you've been bumper to bumper. I'd personally take the early pit stop, see if it pays off for me. Worst case scenario, you jump back into the same line as where you were, but you're going to have tyres that are up to temp before Rigsy. But I mean, we might see someone dive into the pit lane this lap. But yeah, I mean,
going to run.
yeah, if I was personally Burra right now, I would dive into the pits, get this done nice and early, so I can maximise the last 20 minutes.
20 minutes and some change left in this race. Rigsy is under all sorts of pressure here. You can see, will one of them dive into the pit lane? Let's wait and see. And yes, we're riding on... Oh, that's a trick. Oh, no! Oh, Jesus, no! Put it into reverse! Sorry, that sound... I've just gone a bit... I've just gone a bit loud there. I know how that feels. I've done that in a few league races, but I was about to say that looked like a tricky pit lane, Chuck Norris, and it did prove to be rather tricky, and he's lost an awful lot of time there coming into the pits.
That almost gives me back those flashback vibes of watching someone on iRacing decide to try and take the Nordschleife pit lane and just fully sent it and literally just wedged themselves in there, and they couldn't move whatsoever. But oh man, that's gonna hurt Burra. This is all for Rigsy now. He's got to make sure he nails his pit stop and doesn't make an error over this next 20 minutes.
And we've got some comments coming in. We were right inside his helmet cam when that was happening. We're wondering what he was thinking, and we went inside the helmet cam. We had a great view of that one right through the eyeballs of Burra. In fact, we're looking at Rigsy now. It is really his championship for the taking. Let's catch up on some of these comments. Big Shep says, "Are you retired now, Nibbles?" That's a horrible Shep impression. And Burra stalking his prey like a Cardinal Pell at that Wiggles concert. Wasn't that a funny joke all those years ago? Disaster, said the lady who backed into the fan. Disaster. But that's another terrible joke. But with 20 minutes to go, I've got to say that Rigsy has this race to lose, and also the championship as well. He doesn't even need to take maximum points here, Wilco. He can just cruise along, but still 20 minutes, anything can happen, and it usually does.
Yes. So we'll see how Rigsy goes getting into the pit lane. Burra probably would have lost maybe 3-4 seconds. So if he has a good out lap, he should be okay. As I'm just going to watch him leaving the pit, make sure he doesn't do it on the pit exit. But to get back to your question, Big Shepo, I am not retired. This is the PS4 race. I'm racing on the PS5 next week at Spa. So just for everyone to catch up, we've had 2 rounds on the PS5. First round at Misano, Albert got pole, and I was lucky enough to win with Albert getting second. And then last week, where there was no stream due to unforeseen circumstances, but I got pole at Nürburgring, and Albert actually got the win with me finishing second. So Albert and myself are tied on 44 points apiece going into next race, which is here at Spa in a week's time. So that's going to be another championship decider. But it's all about tonight. So Rigsy is into the pit lane. I didn't see if he hit the wall at all. So we'll see where Burra is going to come out. So he's at Puong now, and Rigsy in the pit lane. So this is how long the pit lane is at Spa here. You definitely almost lose a lap.
Well, Chuck Norris, I wouldn't call it
Yeah.
major contact, but Riggsy looked like he just grazed that wall. I don't think there was any harm done. Not like Burrow, who made a complete balls of it on the way in for his pit stop. But how close are we talking here? This is so frustratingly slow, isn't it? This pit lane, Chuck Norris.
Yeah, the pit lane's just way too long, in my opinion. You know, you feel like you're sitting there for years before you even hit your pit crew. But one thing that interested me the most about Riggs's entry, not only did he manage to get onto the wall, which might have given him half a second or so worth of damage, he looked like he kind of kept slamming the brakes on. You saw him enter, went past the pit line, but he was still on the brakes. So it makes me wonder, did he come in a little bit too quick? Are we going to see a penalty when he leaves? We're just going to have to see, I think. But I hope that he manages to get out without a penalty.
We'll wait
So
and
here we
see.
go. Here's a moment of truth.
This could
No
be.
penalty. So the race is on.
No penalty, races on, up Eau Rouge there. They look like very solid looking concrete bollards.
They
Riggsy
are.
comes out. You don't want to hit them. That could be bad. Let's have a look. So Riggsy diving straight into the pits, didn't he, after Burrow's pit stop? And you can see there, we'll just wait for the timing screen.
I reckon it's about 5 seconds. You'll get at the end of this straight, but I think it's about 5 seconds. So Burrow on warm tyres here. Riggsy's going to make sure he gets his head down, doesn't make any mistakes. 5.4 seconds, so that's the gap. So 17 minutes. Burrow needs 5.4 seconds. Can he do it to get the first triple threat crown of the KRL series?
Very
Or can Riggsy hold
doable.
on?
Very doable. He's dangling that carrot out in front of him. 17 people watching this stream. And if any one of you could help me get a PS5, happy to pay a little bit above retail, but nothing too crazy. But if anyone out there could help me, that would be fantastic. Then we could stream all of this action, Wilco, in crisp 4K 2160p. You know the drill. 11 laps gone, 5.4 seconds. We're going to keep an eye on that gap. Oh, Binger not too far behind either there, is he?
Up a lot.
So that's interesting. The Audi, Riggsy and Burrow were both looking very quick, but I think it's Riggsy who might have this one. Don't say that. Still 16 minutes this race, half an hour in, and we're still going to have a few laps to go before the end of this one. Aussie Thunder, what's he doing?
P4,
Team Radio, fourth.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Burrow's taking out a second in that middle sector, so that could be the warm tyres coming alive here. Or unless Riggsy might have stuffed up his pressures, he might be on too low or too high pressures. So that's going to be the thing to look out. He's across the line now, so it's 4.5 seconds. Let's see what the gap is now as Burrow runs a little bit wide actually in the corner, but it is now 4.3, so another 2/10 in that last sector. So it's definitely not over yet. One little mistake here, and you can lose a bunch of time, especially at Eau Rouge.
So let's recap. Everybody, if you're just joining us, 12 laps gone in this race, 15 minutes remaining, last race of this very short but thrilling season. It's the Kit Buyers Racing League Triple Threat, round 3 here at Spa in Belgium. And just for everybody's information, Riggsy leads Burrow by 4.3 seconds, and those two are going for the championship. Figo down there in 11th. I'm not sure how far he is behind Vintage, but he had a shocker. Didn't get a lap in qualifying. So 2 out of 3, though, ain't bad for the championship fight. 4.2! 4.2, Nigerian Prince. It's getting closer, closer, closer. That is for the championship. The championship with Riggsy. It says 34 points on our viewers poll, Wilco, but it's 35, isn't it? Of course, with that extra point. And Burrow on 37, so just 2 points in it. So the winner takes it all. The fat lady has not sung yet.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time, I think. Knowing Burrow's pulling a couple of tenths out every lap, it's something that I think he might need an extra, if he's going to keep this pace, he's going to need an extra, 10, 15 minutes or so beyond the race. But, like you said, it's not over until the fat lady sings. And, Riggsy makes one small mistake, that gap is going to crunch.
4 seconds.
4 seconds. 4 seconds. Fat Lady warming the vocal cords up. Fat Lady has been known to sing during the odd KRL stream every now and then. But I don't think the Fat Lady will be singing just yet. But 12 laps gone. Riggsy, is it a matter of the tyre pressures, you reckon, Wilco? What is going on there?
I
Oh, my
think
God.
I'll check the pressure. I'll check the lap time out now because it's Riggsy's first proper lap. So his lap time, 2:19.7. That is his best lap of the race so far. Borough, 2:19.3. He is absolutely flying here, Borough. So it is on here. These two are good mates, very good mates. They both joined the KRL league together. So yeah, it's going to be close. 4 seconds. Borough was 0.6 faster that lap. Sorry, what did I say again? 2:19.3 and a 2:19.7. So yeah, just over 0.4 faster. So yeah, we'll see.
There we have it, 2:19.392. We're checking that live gap and the timing as well. You can see it. Best lap, last lap. Oh my goodness, I think you can see him. We're riding in the chopper. Get to the chopper! And look at this, Janice. OMG, I'm a very proud mumsy. I'm sorry, Mama. I just want to win a title. I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm gonna win a title. We said we wouldn't sing like that, but anyway, let's go on board, inside the cockpit, 3.4, 3.4 Nigerian Prince, get 3.3. Oh, Jesus, it's getting close now. I reckon we're in for a super blockbuster finish with 12 minutes, less than 12 minutes to go in this race. Nigerian Prince, what are we going to see here? There's going to be some scenes, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is getting very tense. I've been keeping my eye on the relative of Burrows with riding on board, and he's definitely got the pace to get a 2:18 in. He had 2.5 to 3/10 up in the last sector. He's up another 1.5 now, and yeah, man's feeling very racy. He's got his eyes tuned in. He's hunting his target down, and man, this could be a very explosive finish to the last 11 minutes.
Hunting.
And I'm on board with Riggsy at the moment. Sorry to cut you off. I'm on board with Riggsy, and he's actually up on his time too. So they are absolutely gunning it here. So he's just got traffic at the moment. So yeah, Beaky got out of the way. It's a very good driving there by Beaky. So Riggsy's lap there, 2:19.779. So just a couple hundred slower that lap. But what is Burrow done? 2:19.3. So another 2:19.3. So yeah, he's definitely about half a second lap quicker here. So Riggsy, he's got to keep his head down. 10 minutes, probably 4 or 5 laps to go. So if he keeps the gap as it is, it's going to be about a second and a half, 2 seconds at the end. But of course, once you catch that slipstream, as Riggsy has a little moment up top of the Rouge there. Looks like he didn't lose too much time, but he might have got a track warning there. But yeah, if he can keep the gap as steady as he can, he should be all right.
And we can see battles right through the field. Sexy Rexy, 4/10 behind Nobby Nuts. Wants a little nibble of those nuts, I reckon, coming up through Eau Rouge. He's awfully close, but dangerous spot there. We've seen drivers make that move in the past, haven't we? Less than 10 minutes now to go. 3.7, that gap has steadied. We said like just preying on Riggsy there. You could see that gap as somebody, is that Beaky, I think? Yep, so Burrows has cleared Beaky, if you know what I mean there. So the traffic's gone, 3.7 now, that gap. We'll keep an eye on that. And just like a Nigerian Prince preying on an old age pensioner in some type of phone scam, you can see how awfully close it is. But 14 laps gone, 3 or 4 laps to go, you'd reckon. 9 minutes, just 9 minutes. These boys are going to be awfully sweaty once this is finished. The pressure is on. Binger's dropped back a little bit. Wilco there in third. Aussie Thunder fourth. Nobby Nuts and Rex. They are very close. It's very close on my screen. Down Puol. And you can see there they are awfully close. 37 seconds back to Geordie. Then Heat. Vintage in 9th. Kilroy rounding out your top 10. Figo just couldn't quite get it done, could he? Still outside the top 10. Disappointing race from him, Nigerian Prince. And it all started, unfortunately for him, with not being able to get a lap in qualifying.
Yeah,
And here
it was.
comes Riggsy. Sorry, just he crossed the line. Riggsy just on a ripper lap, 2:19.5 that lap, so he's gone faster again. So back to the Nigerian Prince.
Yeah, I was just gonna add in. Figo started off in what was it, P13, P14 after not being able to P16 after not being able to get a qualifying lap in. And then obviously he had that big moment on the backstretch coming up to the last chicane, and he definitely, what do we reckon he had at least a minute and a half, 2 minutes or so worth of damage?
Would have been a fair bit. Yeah.
But that definitely ruined his title fight here tonight. But like we say, we're getting down to the crunching numbers of the time left on the clock, and you're going to be wanting to put in your best laps every lap to maximize it. But I guess this is the appropriate time. I'm gonna take your line, Wilco. Who do we think is our driver of the day? There's been so many great movers throughout the course of this race. You've seen Figo go from P16, is currently P11. We've also got Geordie up to P7. Rex
Thunder.
has also made a good move. Aussie Thunder up in a P4.
Started P9 Aussie Thunder.
Yeah, so there's been so many good movers over the course of this race, and I'll leave it to you, Wilco. We'll have to get the stats of where everybody started so people can get their driver of the day vote in.
There we have
it. Run through it. So Riggsy pole, Burrow was
Rex
third.
drive-through.
Rex drive-through, no. Well, Rex was in P6 in quali. Binger 7th, Aussie 8th, Nobby 9th, Diego 10th, Kilroy 11th. Vintage started 12th, Heat 13, Geordie 14, Beaky 15. So if we actually look right now, we have the Nobby and Aussie moved. Aussie was P8, Nobby was P9, so they've moved up to P4 and 5. Binger's P7, so P7, P8, and P9 are now P3, P4, P5. So that's a big jump. Geordie's jumped up, Heat's jumped up, Vintage has gone up a couple. So yeah, it's either you vote for your driver of the day or how good the commentators are.
Yes, I was waiting for that as it's working beautifully. Less than 6 minutes though, all seriousness, this gap. Now, used to have won multiple championships. Like we said, 5 championships between the three of us. There's 3 of us, isn't there? That's right. 16 laps gone, 3.7 seconds has Riggsy managed to is he home? Is he home, Nigerian Prince? At the moment, 3.7. It looks close, doesn't it? As yippity. He's doing the drive-through penalty, if you don't mind. Number 15, Ty Green.
Nah,
oh,
he's not.
no.
Just breaking news. He had his wheel disconnect, so I'm only assuming it was either one of the back straights where he just had nothing and just going dead straight. Full throttle, pinned it. I'm guessing, yeah, that was that's what happened. Well, he messaged me saying his wheel disconnected. I'm only assuming that's what's happened. That's how he got his drive-through. So that is unfortunate for Sexy Rexy there. But of course, he will be back next week on the PS5 race. Extra laps in the Porsche under his belt, so he'll be back next week. Same as Figo.
Yep, no good once the wheel disconnects. Maybe that's what happened with Ayrton Senna. That's still a bit close. No, anyway, he couldn't.
Well, I was going to do a Michael Schumacher joke about wheel disconnecting, but I thought about it.
No, the ski's disconnected. But anyway, 4.5 minutes remaining in the race. 4.5 minutes in this championship. The gap is 3.3 seconds. I've got sweaty palms. Not quite Fubbles sweaty palms, but 3.6 seconds. Hi, Fubbles. Great to see. Yeah, standing ovation would have been nice, Fubs. But anyway, 16 laps gone, 3.6 seconds between. I know we're keeping an eye on this, but there are some other battles. Figo inside the top 10. Chuck Norris inside the top 10. He's hunting Vintage down as well, so he's still out of the championship fight. But you never know, we could get a wheel disconnection for Riggsy. Some sort of power outage for Burra. Binger could have a aneurysm or some sort of congestive heart failure, and Figo could still be in with the championship chance here.
Yeah, it's a lot of odds in those options that you provided, but
I'll
you
take
know,
that. I'll put $5 on those odds.
if I'm being honest, as good as it would be to give the driver of the day to somebody else, I think my vote personally is probably going to have to go to Figo. After what happened on the back straight, suffering so much damage, dropping all the way back to the very back of the grid again after doing his hard charge on lap 1 to, now being up to P9. I'm going to call it. I'm going to say Figo's probably going to make it to P8, I think, by the time this clock runs out.
Oh, big
Has the
call.
vote gone off your screen, Trev?
Has the what's sorry? What's gone off?
The vote? I think it's gone.
The vote? No, I've got 4 votes in. Rigsy, Burra, someone else. How good are these commentators? Currently sitting on 1 vote. 15 people watching. And I've got to say 3.4 seconds separate our 2 championship contenders. 2 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. Good thing I finally got that out. But I can tell you that 3.4 seconds, it's like the gap. It's like being on 29 gifted subs versus 5 gifted subs, because at the end of the day, that's the sort of gap that it is. It can be huge, and it doesn't. It's huge, absolutely huge. Thank you, Mr. Trump. 17 laps gone, 3.4 seconds. Should we get this gap going live here? We've got Figo. Oh, he might be up to 8th. In the not too distant future. He's coming up to pass another pink and yellow car in Vintage Racer, Chuck.
Yeah, Figo's looking very, very racy. Like, I've been sitting here going, man, what if you didn't have that little bit of a mistake on the back straight after your hard charge? Where would have you have been? He would have 100% been competing up the front. But the same goes. What if he actually got his qualifying lap in? Figo's going to be sitting here at the end of the night, being a little bit gutted. I think the championship was his for the taking, but it was also his to lose. So yeah, like I say, I really hope Figo can make it up to P8, but he'll be my driver of the day. But Wilco, I want you to have a look. What happened to Diego, number 52? I see he's back in the pit lane. Did he have a crash somewhere, or what's going on?
He had a crash earlier, halfway through the race, with good vibes. I think Diego hit the wall at Eau Rouge, and then vibes he's come across a couple of seconds later and hit him again, T-bone stake style. And I think Diego then obviously pitted because he had no front left wheel. He pitted and obviously had controls locked once the damage was done, so he went a couple laps down. I think maybe he had another mistake, or he was just getting out the way of the boys. I saw him slow at Eau Rouge again, so not sure. He might jump in the comments and let us know, or the Diego fan club might.
Let us know.
But I think we're on the last lap here anyway, so maybe we might
here we go
for Mr. Figo.
Yep, I think Diego. Rigsy, we're going to ride on board with Rigsy. Diego fan club, let us know what happened. 10 seconds remaining. Diego, I think he went full Bianchi at the top of the hill. That's what I saw anyway. But 18 laps gone. Get your votes in. Aussie for the driver of the day. P8 to P4, that's a great drive. And Big Dazzler says, you know what? Oh! And look at this final lap of the race. 3, 2, 1, 0. A lot of ifs. We've talked about that. What could have been for Figo? What do they say? If is F1 spelled backwards? It's not really, but Murray said it, so we'll stick with it. But last lap of this race, I think we're leading the votes at the moment. God, how good is this? 7 votes, but this is it coming up to the final corner. Where is he? Please, Wilco. Burra 3.8 further back, but it's Rigsy all about this man. And out of everybody who came in to the championship, it was this man on 34 points coming into tonight. He was third in the championship race, and tonight he wins the championship. P1, here comes Burra. Couldn't quite get it done. How costly was that pit lane incident? Binger coming home in third, and Figo driver of the day. Followed closely by Aussie. Thank you, Wilco. GRT. Bing-a-ling. My Bing-a-ling, here comes my Bing-a-ling for driver of the day for GRT, Aussie Thunder. Here we go, round the final corner, bus stop chicane in fourth. Having a little nibble of Nobby's nuts, a few nibbles on Nobby's nuts, but Geordie way down the field. We'll see them come over the line.
Of course, let me just cut in here. Nobby is the gentleman's class champion too, so we've got 2 champions tonight to crown. So Nobby, gentleman's class driver of the season.
Oh,
not driver of the
Nobby.
day. And
Nobby.
he's just absolutely crushed the nuts, walnut style, into the wall.
He's gone and crushed his own nuts into the wall. And Alan Rourke says, great racing, awesome commentary. Thank you for that. And that sounds like a man who voted for the commentators in this little democratic vote here. Driver of the day, we've actually won that vote. Thanks for the commentary, legends. Warty Warthog. That's our Flying Dutchman, isn't it, Chuck?
Sure is. The man, the myth, the legend himself.
Flying Dutchman, great to have you with us. Apparently Heineken's $15 Australian per slab over in the Netherlands. Geordie, what's happening, please, Wilco?
Vintage, Figo, and Kilroy all finished very closely at the end there. So get your comments in now. Now we've got the leaderboard. Who is the driver of the day? We've got 2 votes for Figo. Looks like 2 for Riggsy, 2 for 1 vote for Aussie. Yeah, so get your comments in. Everyone, all the guys just finishing off their race. Get on. Who's your driver of the day? We've got a few big movers. I've gone for Figo for the never give up attitude. Lewis Hamilton style. Get in there, Lewis. P9. I'm sounding like a Lewis fan. I'm not, by the way. Followed close by Aussie. P8, P4 is another good one. Of course, Binger, P7 to P3, and Nobby P9 to P5. But of course, Riggsy. Just give everyone drive the day. How do we do that?
Yeah. What about Lewis? Don't we love Lewis, guys? I mean, it's a marathon, not a sprint, guys. Remember that, Bono. And then first lap of what was a Grand Prix, he's like, I think we should retire the car, guys. Retire the car. And he's trying to flog his masterclass off for a winning mentality. Man wants to retire first lap of the race. How does that work? But he's a rich man. And there we have it. We're waiting for our drivers to come in to the post-race driver press conferences. I'm guessing, what is that sound in the background? Are they fireworks? Some sort of explosions in the background. Anyway, those tanks are coming through the Ardennes forest again. It's World War II all over again. But while we wait for our drivers, Diego Maradona snorting too much coke there. He went off the track at the top of the hill at Eau Rouge. Matterford in 14th, Rain of Fire, and Good Vibes a long way down. There's some sort of explosions. I hope that's on the game. Not someone going a bit, going down Cowan Street here where I live with a gun or something. Anyway, that's all right.
There's the there's your shirt address for everyone.
There we go. If they've got their automatic, rifle in one hand and the stream in the other. Probably a crazed fan, some sort of John Lennon style stuff. You must experience this stuff all the time, Voodoo. Got to double check those doors and windows. Plenty of Voodoo fans out there as well. And who are we waiting for, please, Wilco? We've got Riggsy, Burra, Binger. Not necessarily in that order. We're waiting for them, aren't we? I'm looking for them in the party chat, but we're waiting for them in the commentators chat. Are they in the lobby? Are they in the waiting room? We might go and get them. No, they're not.
Yeah, not yet. I was just gonna say while we wait, to get these guys all in, just want to obviously give the congratulations to Riggsy on the championship and to Nobby on the gentleman's class championship. But yeah, also we've got to have that moment of silence for the people that lost their lives tonight at Spa. You won't be forgotten, but hopefully we'll see you next week.
I'm very serious then. I was getting the
wave the flaming candles and we'll see them next week. They're not gone forever, but just tonight.
When I see you again. All right, so and I am in tears. Janice is in tears up there on the mid-north coast. So very proud of my son, Riggsy. How good is this story? Forget about the minute silence because Mum is a very proud mum at the moment. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, not just this channel, but the V is for Voodoo Live Twitch channel with 14 people watching. Nice chance for a plug there as those strange sounds are still continuing in the background. We're going to work through that as we take a look. 9 votes. Driver of the day, Rigsy, getting 33% of the vote. Burrow getting a 0. Someone else getting 22%. How good are these commentators? Getting 44%, guys. That's 44. That's the same number as Lewis. That's something in that, guys. You know, yeah, I just worked really hard, and I was the only black kid in my kart club, and yeah, it was really hard. But anyway, so we might end that poll. We'll just leave that going for a little while. As what else have we got coming up? I think we've got our guys in Burra and Binger and Rigsy. Yep, we've got our 3 guys in the lineup here tonight. We might start with Rigsy if you can hear us. Yeah, Trev. Rigsy, have you got us there at all? Come in over. No, he must still be on hold, Voodoo. We might go to Burra. Burra, if you can hear us.
Yeah, mate. Got ya. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, brother. Talk us through, mate, your race tonight. Championship on the line. Only a short season, of course. Couldn't quite get there in the end, mate. You got P2 in the end. Not quite enough to get that title. As,
Missed it, did I?
but still, well, speaking of missing things, what happened at the pit lane, mate? Talk us through it.
Yeah, like I've been practicing pit stops all week and never hit the wall, but I think that's where I've been losing my races in the pit stop, and yeah, just come up short tonight.
And talk us through it, mate. You tried to get that time towards the end. You looked like you were catching Rigsy at one point, but we saw Rigsy put in some pretty decent lap times, mate. And was it just too much left to do there at the end?
Yeah, the car was just sliding around at the end. I had got about 12 seconds damage from that, from tagging the pit wall and having to reverse out, and yeah, so I turned that off and just went without it, and yeah, just couldn't get it done. So unfortunate. Congratulations to Rigsy. Thanks, Wilco. Thanks, Trev. Voodoo. It's been fun.
Great stuff. Pleasure to have you along, mate, for the ride. Yeah, shame you couldn't quite get P1, get the title tonight as well, but fantastic race, mate, and you've been a great sport, so well done.
Thanks, mate. Well done, Bingo, too. And Figo, good season. Thanks. Have a good one.
There we have it, as Rigsy has left the chat and jumped back in again. Rigsy, can you hear us now, mate?
Yeah, mate. Do you have me?
Yep, we do now, mate. Fantastic stuff. First of all, congratulations. You came into this race tonight, I think, on 34 points. Figo on 40, Burrow on 37, mate. You managed to get the job done. You took the win and the championship to boot.
Mate, I can't believe it. I really can't. You know, like Burrow rocked up here with a weapon. We had a bit of a practice earlier, and I was blown away with his straight line speed. It was very Bentley-like, so sort of just had to get the jump. Had a bit of a dice with Maidford early, and then yeah, I just knew I just had to keep just pushing. And you know, if you got up in my wash, I had a bit of an advantage there because it's not easy to follow. But yeah, you know, once again, just pours the pressure on right to the end.
Great stuff, mate. Fantastic performance. Congratulations for everyone here at KRL, mate. You've done a fantastic job. Like you said, you had to earn it there at the end, right down to the last corner, last lap. But congratulations, mate. You've been a fantastic addition to this championship, and well done.
Thanks a lot, man. Thank you to you guys for the awesome stream you do, and Wilco for putting it all together, and Fiona and Mum, because they'd be watching. So that one's for you guys. I finally got something on my belt.
There we have it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks for the kind comments as well. As we move along to my Bingerling. Binger, let us know if you can hear us, mate. P3 for you tonight. You were pretty close there, mate, but you couldn't quite trouble the top 2, but still a podium nonetheless.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with the podium, mate. I absolutely buggered up qualifying. I think I only managed to get one lap in on cold. I kept binning it at Aarhus, so to come from mid-pack to third, I was pretty happy, mate. I had a good little battle at the start with Rex, I think it was, until he just clipped the curve and it spun him a bit, so I got a freebie there. And I went for that pit stop. I come out and I was like 2 seconds behind Burrow, and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, I'm half a sniff here. And then he just drove away, mate. I had nothing for him. So congrats to Burrow and Rigsy on the championship. Great race, boys.
So now the big question is, how have you gone driving the Audi compared to your usual Nissan? Is it like getting a nice pink ball under lights, mate? Something nice and new, just nipping around everywhere, or is it like an old ball with 79th over? The captain said, "Have a roller, mate," when they're 3 for 600. What's it like driving the Audi?
Yeah, it's like the new pill under the lights, mate. You got about an extra 20 or 30 Ks. Swinging and it's a handful. No, it's good, mate. I think I was missing out driving the Nissan a bit there, so I'm enjoying the new car. So yeah, going well.
Fantastic
There's my
stuff.
cricket jokes of the night done, Trev. So you can take back over.
Yeah, it's June, isn't it? So I wasn't quite thinking the cricket analogies there, but fantastic stuff. Congratulations, Binger, and enjoy that new pill under lights, mate. P3 in the end for you. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chase. Thanks, Trev, and well done again to the boys.
Great stuff. Fantastic. Thanks, boys. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Look
hang
at
on,
these
hang on.
comments. Hang on.
We've got another man at the moment, Mr. Geordie. Mr. Geordie's here. So he started. Where'd you start, George?
Oh, I'm not quite sure. At the back of the field, that's for sure.
All right. So Geordie, just so everyone know, Geordie started P35 and got up to P6, was it?
Yeah, in the end, yeah.
Beautiful. And that's coming from PC land to PS4 land. So it's another decent effort, George. Tell us about your race, mate.
Yeah, it felt different. That's for sure. The grip level, sometimes I felt like I was driving a drift vehicle. And the PSI, I didn't even have a set. Well, I didn't have the PSIs right, but it really, really enjoyed it. It was really good fun. I was shocked by the result.
Great stuff, mate. Geordie, thanks for joining us, mate. We'll let you get back to, sounds like a 4-year-old kid's birthday party in the background there. Trust me, I know what it sounds like, but
The toothbrush in their mouth.
nice one, mate.
But Wilco, thanks for putting it all on. Trev, Voodoo, thanks for the stream, and Wilco for in the commentary box. Thanks all you guys. Top effort. Well done.
Always happy to host. You guys are always good fun. So we'll have to tee up another RPR KRL race in the near future.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a plan.
And remember, for everyone watching, RPR race Sunday nights 7:30. Like what we're doing, or they did it first. PS4 1 week, PS5 the next week. It's the PS5 race this week. I'm not sure what track was. What was the track? I put you on the spot, haven't I?
Yeah, you
it's
have.
a PS5
But that's
race
all right.
this week.
Give me 10 seconds.
Old Park, I think it is, isn't it? That sounds right. It was one of the British tracks. So
yeah, if it's the Sunday one, it's Auckland
you're
Park.
correct.
Yeah,
It's
so
Alton
this
Park,
Sunday,
GT3, two 20-minute races, second race, reverse grid, 2 hot laps for qualifying.
Sounds good. So, if any of you guys out there watching this stream now or watching it back the next couple of days, Sunday night, 7:30, message myself. I can pass you over to Geordie or message Geordie directly. And, get on for some Sunday night action. Long weekend this weekend. So, we're here in Melbourne, it is, and South Australia. I think it's just Queensland and WA miss out. So, suck eggs, you Queenslanders and you other, different sort of international person of fucking WA now. So they can, suck a fat one and, done. See you later.
Well, the Maroons, the Queenslanders banana benders will still be celebrating next weekend. This weekend, should I say.
They could be playing in my backyard, and I probably still wouldn't go and watch. But I can tell you, I don't know a lot about it. But that's not really our sort of. Who won the other night? Was it Queensland? Queensland won, didn't they? Yeah.
Victoria.
Yeah.
They're the real winners. They're not in it.
Yeah, I think what is it? The lowest AFL crowd we got this year is still above the average for the NRL crowd. So anyway, but there we have it. Thank you, Geordie. Thank you, everyone. Wilco, we're almost that's almost a wrap, I think, isn't it, of this very short triple threat season. Misano, Nürburgring, Spa, done and dusted. But thank you, mate, and thank you, Voodoo, Nigerian Prince. Don't forget to get your MasterCard details in, accepted everywhere, including South Australia. We are almost out of time. Thank you, everybody. It's been fantastic. We'll keep everybody updated, won't we, on our social media stuff about what we might be doing next.
we got PS5 round 3 next week, Trev. You jumped the gun a bit, mate. So we still got one more race to go in the triple threat.
There we have it. We're not quite done with yet.
Yeah.
So stay tuned, 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Just like John Farnham, always one more tour.
This could be the last time. I'm not sure. It won't be the last time, that's for sure, here on KRL. Don't forget, 8 p.m., like I said, next Thursday, PS5, here at Spa, whatever time that is for WA. We know Wilco's a big fan of everyone over there in WA. Just going on a little bit long there before. But everyone, we love you over in WA. Great stuff. Thank you. Proud mum, Janice, Scotty, Martin, everybody watching, Wardy. Don't forget, send a couple of those cheap slabs over. GRT, good vibes. Everybody else, Diego and Albert as well. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time around on KRL next week for the final round of the championship. But for now, it's goodbye.